All right, morning everyone. It's like 20. I'm still whinging about the temperature. This says 24. My phone says 23. But it's like 75% humidity, as you can probably tell. I'm just sweating like a pig. Yeah, it's pretty muggy. I should put a fan on, but I'm almost done here. So I'll slip in some photos because my camera was dead flat. I hadn't charged it and I was already kind of half started and I didn't want to stop just to wait for the camera to charge up. So I'll catch you up with some photos that I'll slip in now. But we're making the rack for the scooter, for the big scooter. So the little one folds up, no dramas. I can put that in the back of my car. This one, big one, weighs 60 odd kilos, and I can't lift it. And so yeah, it needs a rack for the back of the car. I've got a tow hitch on the back of my car already. So you'll see there in the photos, I had to trim some of the tabs down with holes in them. So I just trimmed them back. I've scratched everything up, ready to weld, so it's all got nice new metal to weld to. I cut the bar that my mate gave me, the 50x50 bar that goes into the tow hitch. I had to put some holes in it, so you can see there I've transferred it with I made the marks. I went on the car, seen what I want to put it. I've actually put 2 holes, so I've got a couple options. I can add more later if I need to, but 2 should be enough. Measured them out. I don't have a drill bit, a 16mm drill bit. Well, it's a 16mm hole, so I needed an 18mm hole. Sorry, the thing that goes through the tow bar is 16mm. So I need to drill an 18mm hole just to give it a bit of play to get in. I've actually got it a bit tighter than that, so it works quite well. But yeah, you'll see it in the photos there. I just measured them out and then transferred them with masking tape over to the other side, and yeah, worked out good. So finished product here. So that's the bar. I've scrubbed all that blue stuff off it. Plus I use WD-40 when I drill the holes just to lubricate the drill bit. So that was, it was all oily. So I've just rubbed it back so it's all nice. And then yeah, these line up pretty good. So that'll go through like that. And there's like very little play in both of them. So that's all good. Nice. I haven't prepped this plate yet because that can go on last. But really all it is that is going to get welded to this, and then these 4 lugs will go here. This is the underneath, so it's upside down at the moment, and that's it. So it's literally just flick the welder on now and start gluing some stuff together. I've got my center lines marked, so that the one in the middle there is the center line for that bit to fit nicely in. And then it's just put these lugs in the corners, kind of like that, at 90 degrees. Make sure they're 90 degrees standing up. So that shouldn't be a drama. I'm not going to go stupid with the welding like I did with my bike rack, because that just caused the bike rack to warp with the heat. It just bent. It's all bowed. It still fits a bike, no dramas. But yeah, it just doesn't look good. Looks like it's been dropped and bent. So I'm gonna be a bit more strategic with this one. And just stitch weld it every now and again, let it cool, come back. I'm still not going to weld the full thing. There's just no need for it. Just a couple there on every one of these things that I've cleaned up. I'm going to just go either side like that. And then this can go last. This bit I'll clean up, figure out where it's going to weld to, and yeah, it's just going to. It's literally just a stopper. So when you put the brakes on, the scooter doesn't. That's taking the brunt of it rather than the straps. The straps are just there to stop it from tipping off, but that's taking all the force from moving forward. So yeah, I'll get a head start. I don't like filming welding. I don't know if it stuffs up cameras or anything like that. But the last thing I need is a welding splatter mark on the camera. So I don't normally film the welding. So you'll have to take my word for it. But yeah, I don't want to stuff my lens up on the camera because I know these aren't technically replaceable, the ones on these cameras. So but I am gonna really, it's on 2 at the moment. I'm gonna put on 4 because this is all 5mm plus thickness, so it's gonna need everything she's got. That one there, I think. Put it on 5. We'll dial it back if we have to, but I don't think we will. I'll have a quick tidy up because obviously I don't need WD-40 anymore. I'm not cutting anymore. Everything's cut and prepped, ready to go, apart from that little plate up back there. Yeah, everything's ready to go. I've got plenty of time. I did say that I was hoping I could get it done by Friday. If I was going to do it on Friday, I wouldn't paint it because then the paint wouldn't be dry, and I want to use it Friday night. I've got plenty of time, so it'll get painted all in this episode. We'll do it in one hit wonder. So yeah, anyway, let me clean up the floor a bit because there's just metal filings everywhere, and we'll start gluing. Okay, I think that means it's time for a coffee. So I thought I broke my welder then. I was just going big time on it. So I've actually got it on 3, not 4. I started off on 4, but it was too much. So 3's good. I don't think I've ever welded anything this thick on 3. So yeah, there's me welds. I don't care. I'm not a welder, but I've never had a piece of metal that I've welded break, so it works. The thing that kills me is splatter. I don't know how to get rid of it. So that's why you see all these. I've just had to grind all the little... They come off almost with a wire brush, just by hand. They're just like splatter. Little balls there, but they come off. So I'm going to go through, tidy all this up. I got a flappy disc on there at the moment. I thought my welder was cooked, so I put the flappy disc on, ready to clean it up and then give it to my mate to finish welding. But it's just started working, so I could smell something, but I kept going. I should have stopped then. I've got an extra fan blowing on it now, but there was smoke, and these wires here were ultra hot. You couldn't even touch them hot, and there was no. It just stopped feeding me wire. So yeah, I was like, oh, I've killed it. But no, she's come back to life now. So I've got a couple more. So I've got a couple real thick ones right on the back, right on the front. Just them 2 would be enough, or 4 of them would be enough. But I'm just going to thicken up the middle here and here. These tabs are all done. They don't need any more. There's no way they're breaking. So yeah, that's done. That's done. Just a couple more in the middle, just to thicken the ones up in the middle, and we're done. I don't know if it might have a little bit of a warp in it, but I'm not worried about that. The scooter's going to be fine on that. I'm actually going to put some rubber matting. I think I've actually, yeah. I've got some rubber matting, it's like non-slip kind of stuff, so I'm going to put that on there, work out a way to glue that on. But yeah, I will clean these welds up with the grinder. I'll just go through one by one, clean them all up, especially these ones. You're going to see these ones on the outsides. These you're not going to see, they're going to be underneath, and you won't see really these ones either, but yeah, these ones definitely you're going to see them. So I might even mix up, I think I've got a bit of bog, might even mix up a bit of bog, yeah, body filler, and just clean them up. I don't want to use weld all the way because then it will warp, because it's just way too much heat. Considering how thick this is, it's not necessary. So yeah, I might just mix up a bit of bog and just clean up, just smush it in and then sand it back, and then maybe even just here and here, because you'll see that, and then all the outsides, and that'll make it look nice, I think. Get it ready for paint. The paint I got doesn't need a primer, so it's just a few coats of paint and that's it. But yeah, I'm going to let that cool down for a bit, make a coffee, and that way I can have 15-20 minutes to cool down with the fan on it, and hopefully that doesn't happen again. But yeah, I didn't stop. I just kept welding. I did, one there, one there, one there, one there, kept going, and then once they were a bit hot, then I did in here, and I just kept going. I never stopped. I'm pretty sure this thing's got a duty cycle. So yeah, you should use it for a minute, let it stop for 5 minutes or something. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's got one. Normally the really, really expensive ones don't have a duty cycle. You can just go ham on them all day, but little cheapy ones like this generally do. I don't know if this does, but I'm sure it does, because it was only like $300. But anyway, we'll let the fan go make a coffee, and we'll get back into it in 15-20. You can see this thing's just, massive. So, I haven't tried this yet. We'll try the, look at that. There you go, nice. Just got to take it easy. The putty's still a bit wet, or the Bondo, whatever you want to call it. All right, hopefully it's not too high. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Perfect. I should go and grab the straps. Yeah, there's no need. You can see it's going to work. Probably go diagonal straps, and that's perfect. You can see the number plate. Nothing hits here. Yeah, the bolt fits through the hitch pin, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, if you're going to reverse it near a curb, have to be a little bit careful. But otherwise, yeah, she's good. That's yeah, those they're literally going to clip on there and there and ratchet strap, and then there and there and ratchet strap. So that's fine. I'm not even going to bother. I think we're good with that. Then to get it off, you just put the brake on, put the rear brake on, and that's it. It's not the most elegant thing, but it'll work. Okay, and that's the underneath view. You can see it there. I've just put a bit of what do you call it? Oh, geez. Mine's gone blank. Body filler. I've just had enough as well. So it's only just been put on. So yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say really. It went pretty smooth. I just fitted it on the car, as you saw there. Holes all line up. Thing goes through. I wouldn't say it's easy to get the scooter on. The ramp thing that I used to have. I'll put a picture of what I had. It was actually for a motorbike, for a dirt bike. I'll put a picture. That was easier. The only thing is, it made a lot of noise with all the rattling and clanging. And I used to come home at 1 o'clock at night and make all that noise. So this is a lot quieter. It's a lot smaller. The other thing was massive, and you had a ramp that you had to bring around with you, and all that. So this is a little bit more convenient. It's not the most elegant thing to get on and off, but I think once I get the rubber, I've got the matting. I just found another bit actually. So I've got 2 bits of this stuff that I'll glue on, and I think once that's on, it won't let it slide so much. So when you're kind of taking it off, it'll grip until the last minute and then come off, rather than slide around and go where you don't want it to go. So yeah, that'll be okay, I think. Definitely want to put something here, because I was just going to scratch a scooter. Underneath is not a big deal, but would be a good idea to protect it. But definitely this bit, but I'll do both. I'll do that and that. I'll paint it first. I might only just put one very light coat here, just to protect it from rust, and then glue that matting over it, and then everywhere else put 2-3 coats of paint. See how we go. I don't know until I start painting, because I don't know how good you can kind of tell how good the paint is going to be sticky, because if you go and put too many coats and then put glue and then glue this down, you know, in the wind, this will just blow and take the paint with it, with the glue. That's an enamel paint, so it should be okay. It should be quite sticky. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm no fabricator. I'm definitely no welder. But I know enough to be dangerous. I really thought I blew my welder up then. That would have been a hassle. Because it's a tool. It's really nice to have, but I don't kind of need it. My mate could weld this up for me. He said he would, but I said, oh, I've got the welder, I've got nothing. You know, I'll do it. So it's not the end of the world. I probably wouldn't replace it. Not straight away anyway. Not until a job came up that I absolutely had to have a welder. Then I would have to go and buy another one, I suppose. But for doing little jobs like this, it's really good. So yeah, anyway, I'll keep this video going. I could have sandblasted it because I've got a little sandblaster there. I couldn't be bothered. Was my main reason, and I'd rather sandblast it at this stage, and if I do it now at this stage it won't fit in that thing, it's too small. I could take it to work to do it, but yeah, whatever. I can't be bothered. It's just a rack for a scooter, so no biggie there. So all good. Anyway, let's go and check the temperature because I reckon it's just as let's have a look at the humidity. I don't have a humidity thing out here. 27. What does this say? It says 23. That's way off, but 64% humidity. So yeah, it's really bad. Oh, you can see my shirt is all. That's not dirt. That's moisture. Yeah. So I think I will leave it at that. I'm going to jump in the shower. My missus will be home soon, so it's yeah, clean up time and dinner. So thanks for the help. I'm absolutely buggered. We had a massive weekend actually. We had a heap of stuff to do around here on Saturday. Clean up and inside, outside, all that kind of gear. We ended up having a massive chicken curry on Saturday lunchtime. So I didn't eat lunch. I didn't eat dinner on Friday. For some reason, I can't remember what it was. I think we had a later lunch on Friday. Oh, see, I can't even hold my back up at the moment. Yeah, we had a later lunch on Friday. I can't remember what the reason was. I think my missus works from home, so she ended up finishing a bit early. So we had, yeah, that's right. So yeah, no dinner Friday, no breakfast Saturday. We had the big chicken curry on Saturday for lunch, but that wasn't until about 2 o'clock. So then that was dinner gone. We didn't end up having dinner on Saturday, so I only ate once on Saturday. Still pretty full on Sunday morning when I woke up, so we didn't have breakfast. And then we had some a mate and his in-laws and my mum and dad come over for lunch on Sunday, so that was a big pig out. That was pizza, pasta, and smoked chicken. So that was a big pig out. So no dinner again on Saturday night. So yeah, I only didn't eat dinner on Friday, ate once on Saturday and ate once on Sunday, and pretty good. Even though I ate a heap, wasn't feeling sick or bloated or anything like that. But yeah, didn't have breakfast this morning. Oh no, I did have breakfast this morning. Yeah, just some leftovers. So yeah, it was all good. And then lunch as normal at work, and then smash this out, and then we're ready for dinner again. Unbelievable how your life just revolves around food. But anyway, can't complain. We're lucky we got it. So yeah, all good. We're all good in here. Like I said, that big scooter's now complete. Brakes are finished. You would have already seen the video on that anyway. I'll put that one out first, but that's all back together. I haven't checked, but I did clean these. I did clean the brakes up really good, and yep, 0 leaks. You can't feel any moisture there, so that's good. Little one's working really well. This thing works all the time. That's good. So yeah, we got back to having no projects apart from I want to do the. I did mention in I can't remember which video, but I want to take the exhaust tips off my Nissan. They're stainless steel, and they're the only shiny thing. They're the only shiny thing on the car, so I want to take them off. They just got a little bolt that holds them on with a slip fitting at the moment. So yeah, undo that. They'll come off easy. Chuck them in the sandblaster, and then I want to powder coat them black. So, I mean, stainless steel looks nice, but they're always dirty. I'll polish them, and then you go for one ride, and they look all browny and dirty, like they've had moisture in them and stuff like that. So yeah, I want to do them black, I think. I've got a powder coating kit here as well, so we do everything here. I've got a little oven up here, powder coat oven up there, a powder coat kit down there, and a sandblaster. So yeah, we got everything here to do it. Powder coating is good fun if you haven't seen that. It's a bit like paint. It's way more hardier than paint, a lot thicker. It's a plastic, really. And I can't really see, but I have marked the temperatures. So yeah, I think it's 190. I've got it there in orange. Yeah, 190, 200, something like that. And the tips don't get that hot. I went for a big drive the other week, tested the tips, and I could hold them. They were warm, but they weren't hot enough to remelt the powder coat off. So I don't believe you need a high temp. You can get a high temp powder coat. I don't have one. Or use a high temp. I could just paint them with a high temp paint. But I'd rather powder coat them. I reckon that'll look better than well, it'd probably look the same, but whatever. I don't have a high temp paint. I've got powder coat, so I haven't used my powder coating setup in a long time. So it'll be a good little project to do that. This might be the missus. Yep. 2 seconds. Okay, all good. Yeah, just give me an update like I get every day. All good. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that. My back's cooked. I'm pretty much done. I'm just gonna jump in the shower now. I think have a quick shower because it is so humid. It's unbelievable. So yeah, we'll get onto that tomorrow and paint it. I'm hoping the paint sticks to that body filler okay. I've got a bit of etch primer, so I might just spray that little bits and pieces with etch primer, or give the whole thing a coat in etch primer, just a really light one, just to help it stick. But it should be alright because that paint says it doesn't need a primer. So, but it doesn't say it says sticking to metal, but not sticking to body filler. But anyway, we'll give it a shot. I don't really care if it peels. I'll just sand it back and redo it again. It's okay. I could actually give it to my mate that gave me all the steel and give it to him and get him to sandblast it. That'll probably be the smart thing to do. He's actually got a powder coater next door to him, so then I could get it I can't powder coat it because it won't fit into the oven. It's just too big. So yeah, I mean, if the paint ever fails, I could do that. I just found some probably some better foam to use for the base of it. This is a bit. I mean, this is pretty hardy. This is more grippy. This stuff here. So yeah, this will probably be alright. That's more of a rubber. This is more of a foam. This would be more hard wearing, but yeah, either. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I think we'll leave it at that. Like I said, nice day. You can kind of see a few clouds. Might get some rain this afternoon. It rained overnight, big time. Heaps of thunder. We've had a heap of thunderstorms like in the last month. We've had more thunderstorms than what we normally have in a year, which is good. Don't mind that. But anyway, all right. Morning. So I decided not to paint it straight away. What I ended up doing was using it on Friday night. Works perfect. I showed a picture to my mate. That cut me all the steel, and he said you probably want to use it first because it looks a bit different to his one. His one carried two. He had the lugs the other way around. He had them 90 degrees to how mine are. So he said maybe just use it first before you paint it because you might have to angle grind it and cut it all off again. So yeah, I said, oh well, I'll give it a shot. I just bought one of those mats with me just to lay on top so it wasn't glued down, just to give it a bit of grip. And it worked fine. So it's difficult to get it up. Well, not difficult. It's just yeah, like I said, it's not the most elegant thing in the world to get the thing up and down. I think when the mat is actually glued down to it, it'll stop it from getting to a certain angle and then just dropping off. It's going to grip it. So I think it'll be better. Whereas the whole mat slid off with it on Friday. But yeah, it's easy to carry around. It fits in the car. You know, like if you want to, sometimes, not very often, but I used to jump in my car with my first scooter, which is a very small scooter, similar to the other small one that I have now. I used to put it in the car and drive and then go for a scoot and then come back. So now you can do it with this big one, really, because the old one kind of didn't fit in the car. I only ever used to drive to my mate's place, and his backyard is kind of blocked off, so no one can steal anything off your car or anything like that. Whereas I wouldn't leave my old rack that's like a motorbike carrier. I'll chuck a picture in. I wouldn't leave that just out because it won't be there when you get back, especially if you're going to park it near the city or something. Somebody would flog it. So, yeah, whereas this one you can just take it off and just put it in the car or in the boot, whatever. Whereas the other one was way too big; it wouldn't fit in the boot. So yeah, it worked fine. So the other morning or the other afternoon, I gave it just a coat of paint on the underside. Oh, sorry, on the bits that are going to get covered up by the matting. I just wanted to give it one light coat just so that it just protects it from rust. And then I'll put some liquid nails down and screw or glue the matting to it. So now I've just got it in the sun, you can see there. I'm going to give it another coat now. I'm going to finish it off now that it works fine. I've puttied up so you don't see any of the ugly stuff. But I just whipped it out of the shed and it's starting to heat up now. But it was like so cold, it was almost had moisture on it, which you don't want to paint in that situation. So yeah, so just let it heat up. I got the can of paint heating up as well. It's quite cool. It's still humid, but it's quite cool this morning. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's only 18 degrees. So yeah. So I'll give that another time. I'm going to go make a coffee. It's about time for that time of the day. So I'm going to go make a quick coffee. The boys will have their treat, and then that'll be hot enough then to paint. It doesn't have to be hot, but you definitely don't want it cold to where it's almost condensating, and you're going to paint over condensation. Paint's not going to stick. So yeah, I'll get back to you after a coffee. Good boys. Yeah, I ended up making myself a treat as well. Pepperoni toasted sandwiches. They look the goods. And we'll get stuck into them and then we'll do some painting. Alright, so we're going to smash a few coats on this. 10 minutes between coats is all it says. There's not a lot of instructions actually. It's, just the general stuff, and then build the film, series of light coats, allow dry for 10 minutes before applying the final coat. So it sounds like it only needs 2 coats. We're going to put a bit more. I'm just going to use the can. I've pretty much got no more use for this. First things first is get that internal bit in there. And then we'll go for it. So still see-through. You don't want to go put too heavy. I always go too heavy, and I never wait enough time between coats as well. But try and do it nice. It just sticks better because it's thinner. So we'll keep it at that. A bit more in there. And just make sure we haven't missed anything. And yeah, all good. Alright, I've got different glasses on because I've painted before. So these are my old safety glasses for work that I have to wear for work. Just because the paint sprays back on you and then it goes all over your good glasses, and then you go and watch TV and you're trying to figure out what's going on with the TV, and you're trying to squint and you go, oh, that's right, I painted. And then you got to come out, and they're called glasses, but they're not, they're plastic, so you can't go and use, I don't like even using Metho, so it's literally just sitting there rubbing it with soapy water and whatever else you got. And more often than not you end up scratching your glasses, so I'll just swap them, it's just easier. So all good. But yeah, she's looking good. That's a nice paint. That's looking really good. So you can see here it's still see-through. So I wiped it down with acetone as well. So we should be all good. So yeah, I didn't even see what the time was. Let's have a look. Okay, yep. So we'll give it the 10 minutes like what they ask. So the other side's pretty much done. I might just flip it over at the end and give it one more coat. Just this back plate, I don't think I got a lot on last time, and I didn't paint it this time. So I want to just flip it the way it's going to be, that you'll see it, and then give it a coat, and just make sure you don't miss anything. But yeah, patching all this up with a bit of body filler, that looks nice. All through here, I did all of them. Just didn't look the nicest. If you get a TIG welder or something, it's okay. You can do that. But with my MIG, it's just not going to happen. And with my welding skills, it definitely ain't going to happen. So I'm not going to film every coat. They're all going to look the same as that. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now. And I'll get back to you once she's all dry. It's in the sun, so it's not going to take very long. It's only 10 minutes between coats. When I touched, like after 10 minutes, you can pick the thing up. That paint dries really fast. I think it actually says on there that it's a fast drying or quick dry enamel paint. So awesome. That's exactly what we want. As long as that doesn't mean quick dry, but it's not very good and it won't stick properly. So we'll give it a shot. Anyway, I'll get back to you when she's all done. Okay, I think we're all done. I think I'm going to leave it at that. There's just no point stretching this video any more than what it has to be. So I've got liquid nails, heaps of it under here. Pushing it down, got it clamped, front and back, or front and bottom. Yeah, that's the front, I suppose. So when you put the brakes on, the scooter is going to be hitting this, so you don't want to scratch. So we've got some rubber protection. I'm going to come out in probably another half an hour as this glue is starting to thicken up a bit. I don't have enough clamps, so I've just got to do the best with what I got, really. I've ended up with liquid nails in my hair somehow, so that's going to be interesting later on when I wash my hair. But yeah, it's just everywhere. It's not the neatest stuff around, that's for sure. Pretty messy, but I think that's going to hold it. It needs to be quite strong because you're going to be putting the scooter up and rubbing it over, and it's not just a straight down and then strap it up. It's going to have to withstand a fair bit of sideways force. So yeah, hopefully this is up to the job. This back bit doesn't have to. It's not as critical, but the bottom is. So yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that. Like I said, I've already tested it and it works fine the way it was. But I think adding that will just give it that little bit of extra protection to the scooter. This won't get scratched, and it's just better when you ratchet down. It kind of grips and doesn't move as much. So yeah, no, I think that's the way to do it. So yeah, all good. Anyway, it's heating up. It's probably still not that hot. I'm going to keep whinging about the weather because this is just, yeah, it's only 25. Yeah, it's not bad, and the humidity's kind of gone. It's just morning and night is the humid time. So during the day, it's not too bad. But yeah, it's April, like mid-April, and we should not be getting weather like this. This should be, high teens, low 20s, and cloudy, bit of rain. This is just really bad. The next Monday is going to be 30 degrees, I reckon. So it's just dragged. Summer's just dragging on way too long, way longer than it has to be. That's for sure. I might as well close up in here. I think we're done. I'm just going to. This will stay out overnight now. I'm done with that. So yeah, it would be nice to. I definitely need to buy more clamps. It's something I don't use very often, but that come in handy on a job like this, that's for sure. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. We'll give it another run maybe next Friday, see how we go. And but yeah, I think it's a winner, so that'll be good. Catch you on the next one. See you later.